Who is this?
What's your name?
Why do you want to know?
'Cause I want to know the name of the person I'm looking at right now.
Grace?
So, Grace, what's your favorite scary movie?
Okay.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Not Your Average Fangirl.
I'm your host, Grace.
And I'm your host, Addison. And in today's episode, we are talking all about scary things and scary movies and scary stories. If
And
you haven't
everything's
gathered.
scary.
Everything's scary and spooky and creepy and things that will give you the chills.
Yeah, and we were trying to figure out like an episode to post today, and since it's Halloween, we just felt like everything scary was appropriate.
Yeah, and so basically we're going to talk about some of the classic horror movies, and then we're going to read some spooky short stories, which I feel like, I don't know if this is just me, but as like a 10-year-old, 11-year-old child, I spent way too much time watching those like spooky animated stories on YouTube.
I agree.
It's so weird, but like me and my best friend, like we're obsessed with watching them. So I guess if you were also one of those weird children that did that, then you'll appreciate this episode. But
yeah,
I thought it would be fun because I feel like, you know, that one story that everyone told when like we were younger, like the humans lick 2-1. Did you ever hear that?
Maybe
You did it?
What is it?
So it's like this like spooky story that like literally all my friends like knew it or told it at some point, I feel like. But I'm trying to remember exactly how it goes. But basically like this person's like in their house and they left the window open at night or something, and like their dog sleeps at the foot of their bed. And so every night before they go to sleep, they stick their hand down and let their dog lick their hand, right? Like just to like check if their dog's there. And then in the middle of the night, they wake up and they hear the shower running, and they're like, why is the shower running? And so they get up and they go in the shower to like see why the shower's running, and there's blood everywhere, and their dog is no longer with the living. And written on the wall in blood, it says humans lick too. It's so creepy. Like, I'm like, that story follows me everywhere.
I'm scared. Like, I'm gonna get scared during this episode. I don't like this stuff.
But like, if you haven't heard that story, now you have. Like there's a longer version, but that's like the short one. Now every time, like I never stick my hand down and let my dog lick it if they're on the floor because I'm traumatized from that story. It's so creepy.
You see my face right now? I don't know if you guys are watching this on YouTube or not, but like literally this answers our first question to kind of like give you guys a basic idea, but I do not like anything scary or horror movies or anything.
Yeah, I love horror movies and I hate them at the same time because like I love watching them, but I always regret it later.
I know. I just can't, and I feel like I'll have nightmares and everything.
I'm like, I can watch them during the day, but I can't watch them before bed. Like
I know, and we're talking about this at night right now.
Yeah,
so.
Well, we ended up filming this a little later than expected.
It's okay.
It's fine. We're doing it together.
Yeah, we got this. Also, to add, I just went to a place. It's like 25 minutes away. It's called Sleepy Hollow, and it has like the hayride and the haunted house and like the corn maze. Oh my gosh, it was so scary. Like, and I wanted to go, like, and I'm scared of this stuff, but I feel like it's part of the Halloween experience. I just had to add that.
When I'm in Covington, we go on ghost tours a lot, kind of with one of the locals. She takes us on like ghost tours, and we went to like it's like old jail, and it's like so creepy. Like, I don't know, I love things spooky, so it's fun, but like it was very creepy.
Yeah, I'd be crying.
But anyway, to get into like the main first part of the episode, we're going to talk about the classic horror movies. I'm sure we don't have them all, but just some of the main ones that like came to my mind when I'm thinking of like the classic horror movies. So I haven't seen all of these, which is kind of like embarrassing as someone who likes scary movies, but it's fine.
Yeah, I haven't seen half of these, so we're just going to vibe.
And if we haven't seen them, then we're going to look up a summary of it and we're going to read it and we're going to see if we would watch it or if we wouldn't, if it sounds too creepy or not, you know?
First, we have Scream. I feel like this is a classic, like, Halloween spooky movie. And I know there's a bunch of them. I feel like I've seen, like, one or two of them. I just can't remember which ones, but I feel like, it's scary, but, like, it's just so, like, fake. Like, you could tell in these Scream movies, like, it just feels fake. And I remember watching something in one of the movies. It was, like, I don't even remember what it was, but I was like, oh, that's so fake. Like, you just convince yourself that it's not real.
Yeah.
So like Scream wasn't that bad for me.
Yeah, I've seen the original one. I really want to watch the others because I know like the newer ones too are really good. And I've
Yeah.
had people tell me to watch them. The original one is great. I watched it for the first time like last year or the year before. But my mom had me so freaked out because she's like terrified of the Scream movies. I definitely want to watch the other ones. The first one, it didn't really freak me out. Like I didn't think it was that creepy either. Just because like it was just like a regular serial killer, which I feel like is creepier in a way, but like also just because it was an older movie didn't freak me out,
Yeah.
you know?
The older ones I feel like are less scary.
But I think they're great. And I feel like that's why like this spooky season I need to watch the rest of them. I think I talked about that in the fall episode, how I want to watch them all, but
Yeah.
I do want to, so maybe I'll get on that.
I'm gonna stay away from them personally.
Okay, so next we've got the original Halloween. And there's like a bunch of Halloween movies. I haven't seen the original one, I don't think.
I feel like, yeah, I either watched the original one. I watched one of them like a few years ago, and it's like this movie I don't like. Like from what I remember, I don't like. In The Mask, like I'm looking at a picture of The Mask right now. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That
I
is
was just
so scary.
at the murder house party for like TVD and Main Street Trolleys, and
Mhm.
there was like two guys there dressed up as Michael Myers, and they were committed. Like they were walking around like creeping people out, and like neither of them
It's
were like
so
saying
scary.
anything, and they were like one of them kept hiding in bushes and stuff, and it was so creepy. But I've seen the one that came out like a year and a half ago or 2 years ago or something, like 2 Halloweens ago. I saw that one in theaters, I think, and then I've seen one other one, but I don't think it was the original one. So I don't know.
Yeah, no. I don't like that movie. I will not be watching it again. Next we have, I feel like another very well-known scary movie is The Conjuring. I don't think I've seen this one.
I've seen, I think, whatever ones are on Netflix, it's like the first 2 or 3. If there's a third one, I don't know. I've seen all of those, I think. The first 2 or maybe the first 3. I watched them all with my best friend last year. And they weren't like too creepy. We watched them during the day, so I feel like that helps. But they were definitely interesting. We were laughing a lot because I feel like when you watch scary movies during the day, it's just like you think everything's funny because you're
Yeah.
not creeped out.
But
it was okay. Wasn't
wait,
like the
so
best
what
scary
is
movie
this
I've
one
ever seen.
about again? Like since you've watched it.
Genuinely, I'm like trying to remember.
Is it paranormal?
Yeah,
I'm like trying
it's
to
paranormal.
find.
It's about this like couple. Let me look it up.
Paranormal investigators and demonologists are summoned to the home of Carolyn Roger Perrin.
Yeah, it's got doesn't one of them have like young Joey King in it? I think I've seen that one.
I'm not sure.
The parents and their 5 daughters have recently moved into a secluded farmhouse where a supernatural presence has made itself known. Though the manifestations are relatively benign at first, events soon escalate into horrifying fashion, especially after the Warrens discover the house's history. It's just like a haunting, basically. Another, I'm like gonna keep saying another really well known one, but they're all well known.
They are all well known.
This kind of just like is recently related because a few days ago we had Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
So the original Friday the 13th movie. I started it once at my friend's house and I got like 20 minutes in and then I went home. So I don't know what happens.
Yeah, I think I've watched part of this movie, but again, I'm going to say I didn't like it because I hate scary movies. But
yeah,
again, The Mask is scary. Like I don't like these masks that they put in the movies.
The masks are so creepy because like you can't see the facial expressions of the person, and that's just like even creepier than seeing them, I feel like.
I know.
Okay, so the summary. Crystal Lake's history of murder doesn't deter counselors from setting up a summer camp in the woodsy area. Superstitious locals warn against it, but the fresh-faced young people, Jack, Alice, Bill, Marcy, and Ned, pay little heed to the old-timers. Then they find themselves stalked by a brutal killer. As they're beep, bleep, and bleeped, the counselors struggle to stay alive against the merciless opponent. So it's like, again, like those movies are creepier. Like I would prefer to watch a movie with
seen this.
I'd prefer to watch a movie with like paranormal stuff over actual killers because I feel like something that could happen in real life technically is way creepier than something that like I don't think is going to actually happen, you know?
Yeah, I agree on that. I think I actually have seen part of that.
Yeah, I know I watched the beginning of it, but I never finished it.
Next, we have Nightmare on Elm Street. Again, I haven't seen this one. I've heard so many people talk about it. It's an older one, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know, like the concept of this one is like so freaky to me. Like I don't know that I'd be able to watch it just because I think like it would freak me out so much. Like it would keep me from sleeping
I
because
know.
like the concept. So basically, another summary for you guys. Several Midwestern teenagers fall prey to Freddy Krueger, a disfigured midnight mangler who preys on the teenagers in their dreams, which in turn kills them in reality. After investigating the phenomenon, Nancy begins to suspect that a dark secret kept by her and her friend's parents may be the key to unraveling the mystery. But can they solve the puzzle before it's too late? So, like, basically, this dude comes in, kills you in your dream where you think you're actually safe, and then it kills you in real life, too. Like, no, thank
That's
you.
terrifying.
No, thank you. Absolutely not. Hard pass on that one for me.
I'm
Like,
already scared reading these. Like, if you watch this, like, you just see me, like, cringing and, like, oh, I don't like it.
yeah.
Yeah. Last one,
Mm.
yeah. Last one we want to bring up is The Shining. I feel like this one's really iconic. I haven't seen it, but
I
I've seen
haven't seen it
clips.
either because I know it's like super creepy. Because anything by Stephen King is gonna be like
Is creepy.
absolutely terrifying. I really want to read some of his books just because I know his books are like really good. They're creepy, but like the writing is amazing. And
Yeah.
so I wanted to read, my mom said I should start with Pet Cemetery. So
I've heard about that.
it's kind of the one I was drawn to too, just because of the name, but I feel like I'm drawn to it for the wrong reasons. And why is the cemetery spelt with an S? I don't trust it. And when I brought that up to my mom, I was like, why is it spelled wrong? Like,
Oh,
why is it spelled with an S? And she was like, oh, it's just raised her eyebrows. And I was like, I don't like that. What does that mean?
doesn't sound very happy and non-scary.
No, it does not. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But I actually don't know what the movie's about. So let's figure it out.
Let's read a little summary.
So Jack Torrance becomes winter caretaker at the isolated Overlook Hotel in Colorado, hoping to cure his writer's block. He settles in along with his wife, Wendy, and his son, Danny, who is plagued by psychic premonitions. As Jack's writing goes nowhere and Danny's visions become more disturbing, Jack discovers the hotel's dark secrets and he begins to unravel into a crazy person, basically, who is like trying to terrorize his family. Short version.
I don't like that either.
Nope. But like that doesn't sound as scary as like I know the movie actually is. Like I don't know, like
Yeah,
the
it doesn't
little
sound that bad.
the creepy little girls that say like red rum or whatever.
The twins, yeah.
Yeah, the twins. That would be such a cute Halloween costume though. I've seen
It
people do
is.
that and it
It's
looks so cute.
good.
So then these are movies that haven't come out yet, but I feel like deserve a mention. They're
Mhm.
making a Winnie the Pooh horror movie. Have you seen that?
I saw people post about it or I saw it and like it kind of looks scary.
It
Like of
looks
course I'm going to say that,
terrifying.
but it looks so scary like the
Yeah.
way they look the Winnie the Pooh. Oh, I saw wait, did it come out yet?
I don't know.
Because I
Kiara
saw
was
like
just talking about it. So
yeah,
I don't
saw
know.
a teaser from it and like they were in the woods and then the bear comes out and it looked like so terrifying. Like why would they ruin Winnie the Pooh like that?
Yeah, like it's like this cute little no, like what? No.
Personally, I'm not going to watch it, but
Mm-mm. I don't know. It sounds kind of fascinating. I don't know. We'll see if I feel intrigued enough to go see it.
Let me know if you end up watching it.
Yeah, I'll keep you guys updated.
Yeah, and next we have another mention of Five Nights at Freddy's. My sister has talked about seeing the movie, but I actually played it with my cousins growing up and it's like so terrifying. Like it's funny because like the jump scares are so funny, but I haven't watched like any shows or like the movie or anything. I've just played it.
I don't think there are any other like shows or movies.
Is there? I don't know.
Yeah.
I just heard about the
always,
movie.
yeah, I always played it when I was younger and I loved it. And it was like, I've always like liked creepy stuff. So I loved it. And I played all of the different ones as they came out. So I was very excited to see that there's a movie coming out. And one of the guy playing is it like the main guy, like the human, I think is Josh Hutcherson. And
Really?
yeah, so if anything, I'm just gonna go see it like for that. Like I don't know if it's like fully animated or like what, but he's adorable and PETA, hello. So if anything, just for him.
Yes.
But I think it's like an interesting thing, and it looks like it'll actually be good. I don't know how.
No, yeah,
creepy
it
it'll
does
be,
look like it's gonna be good. Like from what
it'll
I've
probably
seen.
it'll probably be more of like a children's spooky movie. So I don't think it'll be too creepy.
Yeah, I
'cause
don't think it's
probably
gonna
more
be
for
that
kids.
bad.
But I'm excited to see it because I think it's gonna be cool.
Okay, so now we're gonna get into the fun part where we read like short spooky movies and we're just gonna react to
Stories.
them after. Yeah.
Spooky short stories. To let you guys know, neither of us knows what these are or what happens in them. I sent my mom a link of a bunch of different spooky stories, and I told her to pick out the best ones. So
Yes.
I guess we'll see. She ranked them all with different ghost emojis. So I
I'm
guess that
looking at
means
it right now.
how spooky they are. So
Yeah, I'm gonna read the first one. So these are relatively really short, and we're just gonna react to them. So this first one is called This New Old House. Okay, I'm scared. Okay,
I'm not even
let
gonna
me
look
just
at
read
it.
it.
I'm just gonna let you read
Okay,
it.
yeah, listen. Listen here.
I'm scared.
Okay, I'm scared too. Okay.
I believe in you.
Suck it up, Gracie. We bought an old house, my boyfriend and I. He's in charge of the new construction, converting the kitchen into the master bedroom, for instance, while I'm on wallpaper removal duty. The previous owner papered every wall and ceiling. Removing it is brutal but oddly satisfying. Oh, I don't like where this is going. The best feeling is getting a long peel similar to your skin when you're peeling from a sunburn. That's so
Ew.
weird. Okay.
That's so uncomfortable. Why would you
Yeah,
describe it like
what?
that?
I don't know about you, but I kind of make a game of peeling on the hunt for the longest piece before it rips. Under a corner section of paper in every room is a person's name and a date. Curiosity got the best of me one night when I Googled one of the names and discovered the person was actually a missing person. The
Oh my god, I'm
missing
getting chills.
date matching the date under the wallpaper. The next day, I made a list of all the names and dates. Sure enough, each name was for a missing person with dates to match. We notified the police, who naturally sent out the crime scene team. I overheard one text say, yup, it's human. Human? What's human? Ma'am, where's the material? You removed the walls already. This isn't wallpaper you were removing. Ah! Oh my gosh.
What? How does that even work though? Is that like possible? I don't think that's how that works.
Oh my
I
god.
like
That's just so
ew.
fake that but
Yeah.
think
But
about
also
that. Like
like
if that was real.
yeah, no, that gave me chills though. Like the hair on my arms just standing up.
Oh my god, I do not like that one.
Ew, and that one's only 2 ghost emojis. The one I'm about to read is 3. You got lucky.
Oh
Oh,
no.
but then you have to read one that's 4.
Guys, if I'm scared of a 2 ghost one, how am I gonna react? Okay. That one
Ugh.
is like so fake,
Heebie-jeebies.
but like
Yeah.
it's kind of creepy.
Yeah, because like obviously like that's not physically possible, I don't think.
Yeah.
But like,
Hopefully not.
ugh. Yeah, I didn't like that.
Okay.
Okay, number 2.
I'm scared. This is kind of fun, even though I'm scared of
This is
it.
yeah, this is kind of fun. Okay, this one. Wait, did you say the name of yours?
Yeah.
Okay, this one's called "I Hate It When My Brother Charlie Has to Go Away." I don't trust it, man.
I don't trust it.
Little
I don't
kids
trust
scare
any of
me.
them.
Little kids freak me out, man. Like if my future child ever comes up to me and like says that there's a man in his closet, you best believe I'm gonna believe that there's a man in his closet. Okay.
Yeah, and I will
Like,
not
we're
go
getting out.
after it.
We're calling the cops. The cops can
Yes.
deal with the man in the closet, and if there's no one there, then that's great. But I ain't risking it. I hate it when my brother Charlie has to go away. My parents constantly try to explain to me how sick he is, that I am lucky for having a brain where all the chemicals flow properly to their destinations like undammed rivers. When I complain about how bored I am without a little brother to play with, they try to make me feel bad by pointing out that his boredom likely far surpasses mine, considering he's confined to a dark room in an institution. I always beg for them to give him one last chance. Of course, they did at first. Charlie has been back home several times, each shorter in duration than the last. Every time, without fail, it all starts again. The neighborhood cats with gouged out eyes showing up in his toy chest. What?
Ew.
My dad's razors found dropped on the baby slide in the park across the street. My mom's vitamins replaced with bits of dishwasher tablets.
What?
And you let him come back? My parents are hesitant now, using last chances sparingly. They say his disorder makes him charming, making it easy for him to fake normalcy, and to trick the doctors who care for him into thinking he is ready for rehabilitation, that I will just have to put up with my boredom if it means staying safe from him. I hate it when Charlie has to go away. I just had the
What?
final line in my head first, I'm sorry. It makes me have to pretend to be good until he is back. Oh, I don't like that.
I don't like that either. Wait,
What did
that one's just creepy.
Like, dude, it was him the whole time. That's like,
That's just weird and creepy.
that's so uncomfortable.
I don't support that at all.
Oh
I
my God.
wasn't expecting that. Well, now that that
No,
kind of makes
like,
sense, but
because I was like, what, where is this gonna get hit like the creepy turn that makes me uncomfortable? You know, because it was kind of predictable. I was like, okay, but what makes this special? And then I read the final line
It
because
makes sense.
I accidentally like zoomed over it in my head before it came out loud, and I was like,
Ugh.
ugh.
Okay,
You
that one,
get
I
number
honestly think
8.
the first one was creepier than that. I don't know.
I don't know, because the second one could like actually like, you know, might happen.
Oh,
All
all
right.
right. On to the next one. This one is called "There's No Reason to Be Afraid." That's an instant no. Okay. Let's dive right into it. I don't like this pictures on this website. They're kind of
Yeah,
creepy.
no,
There's like
they're
pictures to
creepy.
go along with the reading, and I don't like it. Okay. When my sister Betsy and I were kids, our family lived for a while in a charming old farmhouse. It's always the farmhouses.
Always.
We loved
Old
exploring,
too.
yeah. We loved exploring its dusty corners and climbing the apple tree in the backyard, but our favorite thing was the ghost. We called her Mother because she seemed so kind and nurturing. Some mornings,
What?
Betsy and I would wake up, and on each of our nightstands, we'd find a cup that hadn't been there the night before. Mother had left them there, worried that we'd get thirsty during the night. She just wanted to take care of us. Among the house's original furnishings was an antique wooden chair, which we kept against the back wall of the living room. Whenever we were preoccupied watching TV or playing a game, Mother would inch that chair forward across the room towards us. Sometimes she'd manage to move it all the way to the center of the room. We always felt sad putting it back against the wall. Mother just wanted to be near us. Years later, long after we'd moved out, I found an old newspaper article about the farmhouse's original occupant, a widow. She'd murdered her 2 children by giving them each a cup of poisoned milk before bed.
What?
Then she'd hanged herself. The article included a photo of the farmhouse's living room with a woman's body hanging from a beam. Beneath her, knocked over, was that old wooden chair placed exactly in the center of the room. Of
Absolutely not.
course, there was like something that, oh no.
This is like, I was literally just telling Kiara this when we were in Covington. I was like, I will never live in a house that's not brand new, or an apartment complex that's not brand new,
Exactly.
because like, like I don't
All the
like,
creepy back things that
yeah, like
happen
what
there.
if like something that
Oh,
happened there before, like absolutely not. I
the
will.
2 cups that were filled with poison milk. Of course it ties back. I don't like that at all.
Ugh.
No, that is so scary.
Next,
Moving on.
I feel like my favorite one is the second one so far.
I like the
Next.
first one so far. It was the scariest
Okay.
for me.
All right, this one is called "He Stood Against My Window." Oh God, I don't even like the way this
Clearly,
one
like,
starts.
I'm not fangirling over these. Like,
okay, I'm gonna like cover it with my hand so I don't read ahead of where I am, because I don't
okay,
want to do that again.
good.
We
Good
get
job.
to do this together.
I like your arm just sitting there.
Yeah.
She's covering
Okay.
the words.
I don't know why I looked up, but when I did, I saw him there. He stood against my window. His forehead rested against the glass, and his eyes were still and light, and he smiled a lipstick red, cartoonish grin, and he just stood there in the window. My wife was upstairs sleeping, my son was in his crib, and I couldn't move. I froze, and I watched him looking past me through the glass. Oh, please, no. His smile never moved, and he put a hand up and slid it down the glass, watching me. With matted hair and yellow skin and face through the window, I couldn't do anything. I just stayed there, frozen, feet still in the bushes I was pruning, looking into my home. He stood against my window. Wait, it was his reflection?
Wait, what? I kind of don't understand that one.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
this one wasn't described with ghosts. It's not supposed to be spooky, according to my mom. So
This
we'll see what
one's apparently
reaction we
kind of
have.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. The happiest day of my life. Great. I watched as my soon-to-be father-in-law held his daughter's hand as he walked down the aisle. Tears streamed down his face as the wedding march that played in the background reminded him that, in a few minutes, he would be watching me hold his daughter's hand and slipping on her ring. He walked up to the altar, and I took hold of her hand, grinning from ear to ear. It was the happiest day of my life. My bride's father got down on his knees and started begging. Please, I did what you asked. Just please give my daughter back. I glared at him. Shut up and stop ruining the moment. If you sit back down and enjoy the ceremony, maybe I'll tell you where I've hidden the rest of her body.
Wait, what?
So is that not the wife?
It's her hand.
Wait, my bride's father got down on his knees and
It's
started
literally
begging.
it's just her hand. Like he was holding her hand, walking her down the aisle. He was gonna slip the ring on her finger.
No way.
It was just her hand.
So where's everyone else? Is it just
Not
the three of
there.
them at the wedding?
Well, it's just 2 of them in her hand.
Oh, I don't
The
like
rest of her is somewhere else.
Okay, why did it take me a second to put that together? Okay, that one, it's not that scary when you think about it. I get
No,
why she
it's
thought that was
not.
funny.
Yeah, it is kind of funny. Okay,
Oh.
next. One called Hidden. This one's a little longer. Where are you? I scream. Panicked, I run through the abandoned farm. I can't find her. Not in the old house, not in the barn. I run into the empty field, heart racing. As I scan the area, I run into a mound of dirt and trip, sprawling into the ground. Getting up, it hits me. Abandoned farm. I tripped over freshly tilled earth. Crouching down, I start frantically clawing with my hands. Scooping handfuls of dirt, I hit something hard. Wood. Are you in there? I cry, pressing my ear to the wood. I hear muffled cries. I start digging again, but realize it's taking too long. Looking around, I see a garden shed. I sprint to it, ripping the door open. I see a shovel still caked with dirt, probably the same one that the man buried her with. I grab it. Running back, I start digging with purpose. Soon the wooden box is exposed. I toss the shovel and rip open the crate. She stares back at me, eyes wide. Bound,
She's in
but
a
still
casket
alive.
alive?
Yeah, she's buried alive, but
Oh
still
my
alive.
god.
I sigh with relief. Thank God. I reach into my bag, pulling out my
Pulling out what?
I reach into my bag, pulling out my rag and chloroform. I crouch down, placing it over her face. She struggles and then faints. I toss her over my shoulder. Ah, my brother says as I walk back to the truck with a smirk. You found her. Yep. You almost had me, though. I laugh. All right, my turn. Where did you put her? I gesture to the creek area. Somewhere over there. Drowning's an issue, though. Jerk, he says, running off. I smile, watching him go. I love adult hide and seek.
I knew it was gonna be hide and seek.
What?
What the heck?
That's so creepy. That reminds me of an episode of Supernatural.
That is really creepy. Anything with burying people alive, like, really, I don't like.
Yeah, there's an episode
That's
of
really
Supernatural.
scary.
They don't bury anyone alive, but they like hunt people like for fun. Like that's what it reminds me of. If you've
I
watched
don't like
Supernatural, you know
that
what I'm
at
talking
all.
about. No,
That's super scary. As soon as like you read one of those last parts, I was like, oh, like when the dialogue kicked in, I was like, oh, they've got to be playing hide and seek. But are they playing it with the same body or different?
No, there's 2 different people. Like they each had one person to bury or like go hide, I guess.
I see. That's creepy and messed up. Ew.
Yeah.
Ugh. We have 2 more stories. This one's a very short one, and it has 3 ghosts. So it's called Ylim. It's YLIM3. Ylim3. Little Emily vanished last year. Now they're pouring new sidewalks in my neighborhood, and I found her name in the wet cement written in remembrance. But it was written in reverse and from below. It spelled Emily!
She's under the cement. Ew, that one gave me chills.
Wait,
dude,
so
I don't like that one.
they're pouring new sidewalks in the neighborhood, and I found her name in the wet cement, but written in remember.
And like
Now,
reverse. Like she wrote it from below.
Oh my gosh. Why
Like
does it take me so long to put this together? He was buried alive too. Huh.
Apparently that's a theme.
Dude. And like, let me show you guys, like, oh, it shows up on here.
Oh,
Emily.
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't
like it.
I don't like the logistics of it don't really make sense. Like not technically possible, but like the shock factor gave me chills. So
yeah, it's not possible, but that's one of the scarier ones. And it was so quick.
So this one's called So I Lost My Phone. Last night, a friend rushed me out of the house to catch the opening act at a local bar's music night. After a few drinks, I realized my phone wasn't in my pocket. I checked the table we were sitting at, the bar, the bathrooms, and after no luck, I used my friend's phone to call mine. After 2 rings, someone answered, gave out a low, raspy giggle, and hung up. They didn't answer again. I eventually gave it up as a lost cause and headed home. Then, I found my phone laying on my nightstand right where I left it.
Someone's in her house.
Dude, no, that would literally like burn the house down. You burn it down.
Literally,
There's
I would never
no
go
other
back in that
option.
house again. That
Like,
is terrifying. But like, so she
Ugh.
didn't bring. Oh, so she left her phone at home.
Yeah, so all she did was forget her phone, and someone answered it from inside her house. Oh,
that one is. I don't like that
one.
all.
I don't
That's
like that one at
scary.
all. That's
Those are the ones that are scary when like someone's in your house.
Yeah, that's like
Well, now
ew.
we're done. Thank you.
Yep, and now it's like 9:00, so we have to go to sleep.
Oh, yeah. No, but that was like fun to film, even though I'm kind of scared. And I know you like these things, but that was like fun reading the stories. It's something
Yeah.
new.
Yeah, it was different, so it was cool-ish. In like 2 hours, we're gonna be calling each other in the middle of the night, like,
I know. I'm scared. I'm just gonna try to forget about it. But we
yeah.
had to do
I'm
it for
just
the plot.
for the plot. I'm just
For the
gonna like
plot.
fall asleep watching Gilmore Girls or something.
Exactly. Put something happy
Or
on now. That's the end of our little spooky episode.
Hope you guys enjoyed it, and happy early Halloween.
Happy early Halloween. If you have any
So
questions, just reach out to us on our Instagram. We'll always answer. Not Your Average Fangirl pod.
mhm.
Why am I blanking on the
And
name?
it's not your average fangirl.pod. And
Yes.
if there are any spooky stories that you guys love that are short, send them to us in DMs, and maybe we can go live and
Oh yeah, we could do
react to
that
them
on a
on live.
live.
Because spooky season's gonna be over soon, so we can't do another episode on it right now. But
Yeah.
we could react to them on a live stream. So if you guys have specific spooky stories that you love, let us know.
Yes,
And
please.
yeah, we
Yeah,
will talk to
and
you guys next week.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.